Welcome to 1-800 Are You Flapping, No Napping, Double Slapping, and if you're keeping score at home. I forget the last part. So, as far as opening game goes, yeah, we're going to keep on this one. We do have Commander Sphere. Yeah, dang it. Normally I have it pulled up, when I was recording Zetalpa, I had it pulled up on my web browser so I could read it as I was going for it, but I always forget what the last part was. So, anyway, but if you want to see something really cool, let's get the lane drop down, and then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. We are playing, boom, look at that. 1-800 You Flapping, No Napping. I'm just going to let that rest up there for a second as our opponent makes a lane drop, and then I'll cover our commanders here in a second. Okay, now that we've all had time to look at the GIF and appreciate the beauty of it, we'll go back to our regular commander. Let's go get the planes down. It's going to go for Stoneforge Mystic. I like that. And then I'll cover our commanders. Yeah, that GIF, I found it on Twitter, and I do apologize. I forget the person who made it, but really cool. I saw that. It made me want to build 1-800 Zetalpa, and here we are. I love it. What are we going to go for? We have Stoneforge Mystic. We're looking at green and white. Sword of Fire and Ice, Sword of Feast and Famine. I think Feast and Famine. I like that. Get some good untaps going. Then we're going to go and pass the turn. We're playing Zetalpa, Flying, Double Strike, Vigilance, Trample, Indestructible. 4/8 body. Playing gets Tolsimir. Actually, let's go Wolfblood. Play gets the Wolfblood. I like that. Other green creatures you control get +1/+1. Other white creatures you control get +1/+1. Then tap, create a legendary 2/2 green and white wolf token named Voha. I think that J might be silent. We'll see. We will find out. Let's go and get down the enters the battlefield 2 depletion counters on. Let's go and get the planes down. We could go for Sword of Feast and Famine. I think I kind of like going for the Commander Sphere, just to get a little bit ahead on mana. Let's go for that. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. Get down Commander Sphere, and then we'll be able to swing in for 1 with the Stoneforge Mystic. We'll be able to get down the Sword of Feast and Famine next turn, and then get down Sculpting Steel. Probably have it come in as a copy of, I guess, Commander Sphere. It's not going to be bad if we do that. I'd love to definitely hit a, something at 3 mana, something a little bit better than that, but if we're going to get an extra Commander Sphere off of that, I'll definitely take it off the Sculpting Steel. And then we cover both commanders. Yes, indeed, it's free time. We can talk about whatever we want. But yes, Zetalpa. In fact, I think I did this on MTGO Traders a while back. I think this is the, let's go and get the planes down, equip Sword of Feast and Famine, and then get down Sculpting Steel in the back end. Yeah, I like that. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. Let's go for Sword of Feast and Famine. It's going to be 1, 2. And then we'll still have 2 mana to equip on there. They're going to have to discard a card. We're going to get an untapped step of Stoneforge Mystic. We'll untap our lands and then still be able to get down Sculpting Steel. And at the same time, getting some good protection from Wolfblood. Wolfblood, yes. All right, so we're going to go swinging for 3, 4. Coming in hot. This is going to be 3 coming across. Put them down to 26. And then we'll have that discard step and then untap step to get our planes going again. And then we'll be able to go for Sculpting Steel. We might, no, think about it. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7. That's going to be 1 away from Zetalpa. Yeah, I'd like going for Sculpting Steel. I was thinking we could maybe hold on to Sculpting Steel to make a copy of Sword of Feast and Famine or something, but I think I'd like going for this. Anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. All right, there we go. But yes, if you missed this release on MTGO Traders, this is pretty much a Zetalpa Voltron. We're looking at Flying, Double Strike, Vigilance, Trample, Indestructible. There's no other feeling. Like when I saw Zetalpa, I saw all those keywords. I was like, I just want to. Like sometimes you Carry Zev Voltron was a lot of fun. You can get down Carry Zev on turn 2 and then start swinging in with Ragavan. But to go like Voltron at 8 mana, I don't know, it's kind of fun. I like it. Let's go get down the remote farm. We'll go for that Quietest Spike. Get that down. It's going to enter the battlefield tapped off the remote farm too. Yeah, enters the battlefield tap with 2+ counters on it. All right, let's go and swing it for a 3, 4, and then we might be able to get down Zetalpa. We'll see how much mana we've got. All right, swinging it for a 3, 4. We're still going to have that discard step, and then we'll still be able to untap all of our lands, which is actually going to work out really good with that remote farm. All right, opponent's going to go for Beast Within. I feel this is going to be one of the best options to go for Buff the Wicked. There we go. And we're also running a ton of gotcha spells in here, which feels really good. Especially for moments like this. All right, opponent's going to scoop it up, and I'm going to go and post this one up, because when you get to go for Rebuff the Wicked, so what's going to end up happening is we have the Sword of Feast and Famine trigger. We're going to have 4 mana coming across, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8 off the depletion farm. Once we add that 2 mana to our mana pool, we'll be able to get down Zetalpa. End up with a 4/8 body. They're still going to have to discard a card, and that's probably going to be the game kind of shifting over to our tide. It's hard to tell what's going to happen for the rest of the game with our opponent scooping this quick, but being able to go for Rebuff the Wicked on Beast Within, oh yeah, I'll definitely post it up because that's some good magic right there. All right, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Welcome to 1-800 You Flapping, No Napping, Double Slapping. Zetalpa. As far as our opening hand goes, yeah, let's go and mulligan on this one. We do have 2 gotcha spells in the hand, but that's, let's go one more go. Yes, I like that a lot. Ancient Tomb to Fairy's Protection, we'll keep on this one. And then Plains on top. Yeah, I think we actually want to go for that. We'll put that on top. And then our opponent's on the play, so we're going to let them do their thing. But yes, welcome to Zetalpa. And are you ready? Are you sitting down? Need to make sure that if you're watching this video, you're sitting down in some form or fashion, because boom, there we go. Look at that. Look at that GIF. Isn't that just awesome? Let's go and make the lay drop down for the turn. We'll go and get the planes down, and then we're going to go ahead and pass the turn. But yes, I found that on Twitter. And in fact, it's the inspiration for me wanting to do Zetalpa. And I don't know, I love it. It's just, it's so loud and just in your face. It's just greatness. But anyway, I'm really going to turn it off so I can read the commanders. But yeah, I don't know, I love it. Anyway, we're playing Zetalpa, Primal Dawn, Flying, Double Strike, Vigilance, Trample, Indestructible. A lot of things on there that makes him really happy. Playing against Unesh, the driver of the value train. Hopefully Unesh remembers that we're the sole driver of the value train, does not drive over us today. That would not be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and get down the plains, and then we're going to go and pass the turn. We're playing against Unesh, value train driver. Flying, Sphinx spells you cast cost 2 less to cast whenever Unesh or another Sphinx enters the battlefield under your control. Factor Fiction for 4 cards. So, I'm going to reveal those 4 cards. We're going to put one card, opponent's going to put 1 pile into the hand and 1 pile into their graveyard. Opponent's going to go for Inspiring Statuary. Non-artifact spells you control have Improvise, and then get down Riddle form. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, okay. And then let's see what we draw into. Draw into Sword of Feast and Famine. Just so we're not taking any damage off Ancient Tomb, let's just go and get the planes down. Let's go for Sword and Feast and Famine. We don't really, we don't have to watch out for any sort of, I doubt we're going to see a wheel effect from Unesh, so we haven't got the Ancient Tomb down yet, but we're actually in a pretty good spot. We covered both commanders. Free time, we can talk about whatever we want. That's going to be the battle in the air. So Talpa's going to try and get up there to take care of Unesh, make sure Unesh doesn't get too much value swinging across with all the Sphinxes. But yeah, if you've never seen Unesh, I highly suggest either building Unesh or at least watching my videos with Unesh, because Unesh makes for some really fun games. But Unesh is one of those commanders that can get what's called a value win, to where you get it down and you get so many factor fictions going that your opponent just let's go ahead and I guess how do we want to split this up? So we have Alhamaret, the High Arbiter. Can't cast that spell. Mind's Eye. We're going to go for that next turn. I guess we'll go for this. You know, if they want to go for Glyph Keeper, more than likely they'll take this pile. There's not a whole... I mean, we can go for Path to Exile next turn, and then go for Mind's Eye if we want to do that. Yeah, let's go for that. We'll do this pile. That way they're going to take Alhamaret, more than likely to get those land drops. And Glyph Keeper, you know, Glyph Keeper is good, but they'll have to go for the Embalm out of the graveyard. Okay, so we got old Riddle form swinging down. And now we do have Path to Exile to make sure that we can at least kind of keep that the High Arbiter off the battlefield just for a little bit longer, so that'll get that reduced cost. But we do need to get some sort of artifact ramp going too. Dreamstone, Hedron. Okay, let's go and get the Ancient Tomb down. Yeah, let's go. We need to go for Path to Exile. And as far as Unesh goes, it kind of really helps him. Getting that land is going to make sure they kind of get around that commander tax. But we're going to go and force the issue. Go for this Path to Exile. And then we'll see if we can't get down Zetalpa. We do have Dreamstone to get down. We'll be able to add 3 mana to our mana pool. That's going to kind of open us up as far as mana is concerned. And if we get into spots where we can go for Mind's Eye, then we'll be pretty good for that. Anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. But yes, what I was saying is... if you've never built Unesh, definitely check out the videos. It makes for some really fun games. You know, you get those factor fictions going. The best thing with Unesh is that when you get those piles laid out before you, which you pretty much always want to do is always take just another Sphinx. Most of the time you get down Unesh and... did Unesh go to the Exile Zone? Oh, yeah. Unesh, yeah, all right. Appreciate it, Unesh. He's the driver of the value train. He went to the Exile Zone instead of the command zone. I'll take it. All right, Unesh, crazy guy. Let's go and get that closed down. Yeah, I think that was a misclick on our opponent to actually send it to the Exile Zone. So now they're going to have to be paying full sticker price for Unesh. But we are playing mono white, and so it is what it is. This is going to be one of our better options to Enters the battlefield. Each opponent reveals his or her hand. Choose a name of the non-link card, and then I think, and we'll see what they're going to choose off this. They're going to name Mind's Eye. All right, so we're going to be out on Mind's Eye. That's not too bad. We can always get rid of it. If we can somehow deal with Alhamaret, we can get down Mind's Eye. At this point right now, we really want to go for Dreamstone Hedron to get down Zetalpa. That way we can start swinging in. But yeah, unfortunately, Unesh is in the exile zone. But since we're playing, yeah, Mono White ain't so good in Commander. We may have to use that to our advantage. Let's go 1-2 off the Ancient Tomb, then 1-2, 3-4. We'll be able to get down the Hedron Archive. That's going to be 3 total mana off the Archive, so we are looking at 9 total mana. So we can at least get down Zetalpa. That's going to be 8. So if we do hit the land drop next turn, we're looking at Zetalpa and equipping the Sword of Feast and Famine. Now that does leave us open to some sort of bounce spell, whether it's Cyclonic Rift or something, but at least we can start going beat sticks with Zetalpa. And we do get Sword of Feast and Famine on Zetalpa with that double strike. Oh, some good magic right there. Oh, but yeah, the fun thing with Unesh is eventually when you play it online, you just get into a spot to where your opponent just scoops up. It's one of the decks where I just had to start saying, all right, we get a value in, because in the past I would always get really frustrated when people would scoop before, like, like I don't mind posting a video if it's like clear one side's going to win, but like if one side is just generating a lot of value and more than likely they're going to win, I used to just not like posting those videos because I would just get worried that, there's not really a clear conclusion or something. But with Unesh, I had to like, okay, yeah, all right. If we get the fourth Factor Fiction in a row, the post's going to scoop it up, they're going to tap out. All right, that's good enough for us. So that's where we got the value in off of that. All right, so we got the Riddle form swinging, and we are down to 17, so we need to kind of get some good stuff going. Let's go and get the remote farm down. It's going to enter the battlefield tapped. And I guess we should probably just go and go for Zetalpa. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. We're looking at double white, and then 1, 2 off the Ancient Tomb. We might be running into a counterspell. There's 2 mana up, but if they've got it, they've got it. If not, we need to get down Zetalpa to kind of stop all this craziness in there. Okay, Zetalpa's going to stick. We do not have enough mana for the Sword of Feast and Famine, but we can do it next turn. And for the most part, whenever they start swinging across 4/8 double strike, Zetalpa is the Sphinx killer. They if you think of, I like to think about, like, at an airport, it's kind of bad, but like birds can sometimes fly into airplanes, so that to bring hawks out there to make sure that the birds stay away. And so I kind of like thinking about Zetalpa being the airport's defense against all these sphinxes. Like, all right, we need to get them out of here. We need to clear the way for the value trade. But if Unesh is driving the value trade, then it doesn't really make much sense that we're trying to swat him down. But I guess it does make sense if we are from the Zetalpa perspective. Anyway, Jolt, you're rambling. One thing that I did notice earlier I have not highlighted yet is I wanted to give a shout out to our opponent's basics. This looks so good. When you're playing monocolored on Magic Online, it looks so good when you get the old school basics. You can see we've got the plains versus the old school islands right there, and it looks really good. But yes, if you're going to build a monocolored deck on Magic Online, I highly suggest you going for that. Ooh, our opponent does get down Temple Bell and goes for each player draws a card. So with this Blessed Alliance, if they start swinging in with some of these creatures, this would be a good way for us to deal with Riddle form. Let's see what they're... Get the Goliath Sphinx down, 8/7, okay. I still love that Zetalpa's going to... Even like the biggest Sphinx that the Sphinx have to offer, Zetalpa's going to be able to hold it at bay. All right, there we go. Now, with this Blessed Alliance, targeted player sacrifices an attacking creature. We can use that. We have more than enough mana to just basically going to make them sack their board out. Let's go and get the plains down. And with Indestructible, I guess we should probably just go and swing in. I think so, because it's going to be 4/8. We get this. That's going to be... Yeah, I like going for that. It's going to be 1, 2... Equip onto the Sword of Feast and Famine. That still gives us enough for Blessed Alliance to pay that extra mana. Let's go and swing in for 6/10. Since Zetalpa does have Vigilance, yes, we're going to go and swing in. Coming in hot, they only have 1 more card in the hand. So at least if we can connect on one of these triggers, then we'll be able to swing in from there. All right, swinging in for a 6/10. Okay, we're going to connect for 6. They're going to deal that damage. They're going to have to discard that card. We're going to see what that last card is. There we go. And then when I have an untap step, is there anything that we're going to do in response to that? We've got the mana. Do we want to crack to draw 3 cards? I think so. Yeah, well, we've got good mana. We've got enough for Blessed Alliance. I kind of like the cash scene. We have Zetalpa down. I'm fine with that. All right, that's going to be 12 total commander damage. They're going to discard a non-existent card, and then let's go ahead, and we did make the land drop for the turn. Anything else, we're going to go ahead and pass the turn. I want to leave up Blessed Alliance, because that's going to put us in a spot, like, we are sitting at a 6/10, basically indestructible double strike, so we can stop whatever's swinging across. But at least with the Blessed Alliance, if something does happen to Zetalpa, they simply back it back to the hand, bounce it back to the hand, then we can go for the Blessed Alliance. It's going to be 6 total mana, which we have 1, 2, yeah, we've got 7 mana, so we can basically just kick this 2 more times. Excuse me, we can only untap target opponent sacrifices an attacking creature. I think we only get to choose them once. Excuse me. I always forget that on the Escalate, you can't just simply just pay more to choose more than the same mode. Choose one or more. Yeah, you have to choose more than one. Okay, let's go ahead and force the, before we go to blocks, let's go and go for the, actually, yeah, kind of like this. Let's go for 2 modes. We're going to go for 2 modes. Target player is going to gain 4 life, and then target opponent sacrifices an attacking creature. We're going to gain 4 life, and target opponent sacrifices an attacking creature. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And that'll still give us 1 more white mana to go for Teferi's Protection if we need to go for that for some sort of reason. All right, so we have Blessed Alliance coming up. That's going to leave them with 1 card in the hand. Let's see what they're going to show for it. All right, they get rid of Almaret. That's still going to put us on Mind's Eye. Let's go and chump block on the 8/7. See, whenever deals damage, actually, let's see. So, Master Predicament, whenever deals damage, choose a card in your hand. We can take an 8 hit. That's fine. It's just an 8/7 at this point. So, we're going to get rid of Master Predicaments, take care of that. They're going to connect for 11. Excuse me, connect for 8 on that one. Puts us down to 11. And then we'll see what else they have to go for. Once again, we do have Teferi's Protection, so if our opponent somehow does rip into Cyclonic or Rift, we're going to be able to... All right, opponent's going to scoop it up. We got Zetalpa swinging across next turn, which is going to put it down to 24 total commander damage. Now, Unesh did somehow get sent back to the command zone, the exile zone, so that is a bummer, but, you know, little mistakes like that do happen on Magic Online, and, I don't know, it's fun to get some good Zetalpa action and get some birds. So, anyway, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Welcome to 1-800 Are You Flapping, No Napping, Double Slapping, Zetalpa. As far as opening hand goes, this looks not good. We've got 1 land. Let's go to mulligan. We have double. We've got. Man, I don't know if we want to keep this one. It goes nowhere quick. I like Mana Tithe. I like Rebuff the Wicked, but we have to get really lucky with some lands and some artifact. Let's go 1 more mulligan. Okay, we're gonna keep. Not really gonna go past that. Sculpting Steel. Go ahead and put that on the bottom right now. If we were playing against not a 5-color deck, I would maybe keep that in hopes that we could copy an artifact. But with 5 colors, they tend to ramp via stuff like Cultivate and Kodama's Reach, so I'm not sure how much I want to keep that. But anyway, welcome to Zetalpa. Hope you're excited. We get the big dumb bird for you today. It's going to flap its wings all over the board state and send everything back. Oh, there we go. Drawn to Commander's Share. I like that. Let's go and get the planes down, then we're going to go and pass the turn. But yes, it's going to flap its big dumb wings on the battlefield. Hopefully, that's going to be enough for us to close it out. We're playing Zetalpa, Flying, Double Strike, Vigilance, Trample, and Indestructible. Playing its Child of Alara, Creepy Baby, the official Creepy Baby of Magic. Let's go ahead and get down to Commander Sphere. If you've ever sat to yourself, maybe you had a Friday Night Magic in between like the 1st and 2nd round and said, I wonder if there's an official Creepy Baby of Magic. Child of Alara is it. There you go. Solve that for you. Child of Alara, Trample. Whatever it dies, destroy all non-land permanents. They cannot be regenerated. And it has some weird art. All right, I'm just going to get down the Palace. Let's see what we draw into. Draw into Cohesive Portal. Oh, that's great. We can get the card draw going. Exactly what we need. And then there's no blue mana to worry about for a counterspell. So we're going to get the Portal down. With the Portal in 1 versus 1, pretty much you're always going to do split vote. You can sometimes get cute and like you're always just basically going to name Homage, and that way it's going to allow you to draw a card. But when the game gets really bad, you can always vote for Carnage to see if your opponent will vote for it with you. But most of the time, you know, especially if their board state is progressing to a really good spot to where they're probably going to win, they're not going to vote for Carnage. But you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so you gotta go for it sometimes. But yeah, I think this is the first time I'm actually getting out Zetalpa out on my channel, so I'm really excited about that. And in fact, if you haven't seen Zetalpa, I put it out on MTGO Traders not too long ago, and it's a really fun deck to play. And oh, I forgot. Can't believe I forgot. All right, are you sitting down? I want to make sure you're sitting down. All right, there we go. Check it out. Boom. Look at that GIF. Looks great. I forget who made it, but somebody made it on Twitter, and I did give them credit on the MTGO series. But I can't remember their handle name. But anyway, they made it, and it's what made me build Zetalpa. Like, we did the dinosaurs for the EDH lounge, like the monocolored dinosaurs, and I just remember thinking, like, all right, I want to do Zetalpa because I saw a really cool image on the internet. And here we are. All right, opponent went for Anguish Unmaking on our card draw source, which is a little bit of a bummer. Let's go and turn that GIF off because I'll probably forget about it. There we go. Oh, okay. So we draw into Mana Tithe. All right, hopefully we can catch Child of Alara off that. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That might work. Let's go and get to make it look even more like we're not rocking Mana Tithe. We're gonna just leave 1 white mana up, and then we're gonna go and pass the turn. So we have Loxodon Warhammer down, and then we'll see if we can't catch something off Mana Tithe. Outside of, as far as the deck goes, what we got rocking and rolling in here is we have Get Down Zetalpa, and then outside of that, oh, they're tapping out for that last mana. Oh, hey, buddy, do you have 1 mana? All right, we've already won. If we lose today, we got the Mana Tithe, the Grave Titan, and feels good. And then we're rolling into Thran Dynamo. 1, 2, 3. Talk about a tempo play. All right, Thran Dynamo. Pass this. Okay, but yeah. Sorry. It feels good to catch that. Oh man, I get why white people do that. I mean, not white people, but white players play Mana Tithe so much because it just feels so good to do that. All right, Brave the Elements. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're still, unfortunately, 1 away, but we can go for Endbringer if we want to. Yeah, let's go and go for that. Let's get down to Endbringer. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. And then anything else, tap out for the Commander Sphere. And then 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, get down to Endbringer. We're going to be able to get some card draw off of that, or start dealing some damage. And then whenever it deals damage to a player, you may cast an online card from your hand without paying its mana cost. All right, so we do have to watch out for that. Looks like we're playing against 5-color good stuff. The Endbringer does not have reach, so yeah. We're going to have to kind of be on the lookout for that. But hopefully with the land drop, we'll be online for Zetalpa, and then we can stop the onslaught of that Angel from swinging it across. But yeah, man, talk about that Mana Tithe. All right, opponent's going to go for Kiora. But yeah, as far as what we're doing with Zetalpa, before I started giggling about that Mana Tithe, we're going Voltron. Outside of Voltron, we're running a lot of white gotcha spells. In fact, you can see we're running Mana Tithe in here. We caught a Grave Titan off of that because our opponent didn't play around Mana Tithe. There's another day where I was recording the video and I went for a Rebuff the Wicked. That Rebuff the Wicked is just like force of will in this deck. It is just insanity. It's greatness. Ooh, opponent's gonna get down the Whispering one. Okay, that's gonna be some good stuff right there. All right. So with the Whispering one, at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, we're gonna have to sacrifice a creature. Now, what we can do is we can still go ahead and go for the 2 mana draw a card. I'm not entirely sure if that's exactly what we need to go for. And to be perfectly honest, once we get down the Whispering one, I mean, once this is on the battlefield, it's going to be really hard for us to stick Zetalpa, because this is a very, very light creature style deck. We're mainly just artifacts and war pieces, swords of blank and blank in here. All right, so we're going to have to sacrifice the Endbringer. Oh, dang it, I meant to click activate in response. All right, Urza's Incubator. I guess let's do this. Let's go and get down the Urza's Incubator. Yeah, because if we can get the reduced cost of Zetalpa, maybe we can get some haste going sometimes. You know, we are looking at about a 2-turn clock, or 3-turn clock technically. Let's go and name Dinosaur. Oh, that feels good. Name Dinosaur off the Urza's Incubator, and then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. But yeah, this is pretty much what you're going to do. You know, get down Urza's Incubator. We're going to get a reduced cost on Zetalpa. We have the Thran Dynamo down, Loxodon Warhammer. Zetalpa does not have Trample. No, excuse me, it does have Trample, but does not have life. Excuse me, does not have lifelink. So when you get that Loxodon Warhammer, and you get any of that little added +3/+3, you know, you start gaining like 14 a turn, swinging across. Oh, it feels good. And then our opponent's going to make up for the Mana Tithe by bringing it back with the Whispering one, but still going to post up for that Mana Tithe. Oh, that felt good. All right, opponent's going to be swinging in for 11. Let's see what they're going to get down off of the Archangel. Angel, oh, this will be the death of me. And they're going to get down the Reckoner of Souls. Flying in Vigilance, choose a creature card at random from a target opponent's graveyard, put that card onto the battlefield under your control. Now that ability works really great when we only have 1 creature card in the graveyard, because they know exactly what they're going to be able to go for. Let's see what they're tapping out for. This is going to be 1, 2, and this is going to be 6 total mana that they're tapping out for. Excuse me, 7. All right, Angel of Despair, destroy target permanent. Let's see what they're going to target. They're going to go for the Urza's Incubator. Okay, so this board right now, we basically just need a board wipe or bust. We can clear the entire board out. We do have Wrath of God in here. I'm going to rub my hands right now. Come on, Magic. Let's go. Let's go. Top deck. Remote Farm. That is the last thing from a board wipe. All right, good game to our opponent. It is a moral victory, though, because we did catch a Grave Titan off of Mana Tithe, and I definitely want to post that one up. So, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.